Well, good morning, everybody. And today we're here at Metcalf Bottoms. Now, you guys might know this as a really cool little picnic area here in the Great Smoky Mountains. And today, well, we're going to start our hike here. Normally, we start our hike up at Greenbrier School, which you can drive up to. But today, we're going to start our hike here. We're going to get some extra mileage in today, right?
Right.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we're gonna hit the trail, right? And we got, of course, Dawn and I, and you got Smoky Mountain Hiker. You might know him from, our Facebook YITS group. You'll see him a lot. He's also got a YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the description below so you can go there and check out his adventures because he hikes the Smokies just like we do, right?
Right.
So, okay, let's get on the trail. Absolutely a gorgeous morning here in the Smokies. It is 8 a.m. Wow, that never gets old. So we're going to take Metcalf Bottoms Trail and we're going to add a 0.6 of a mile each way on this hike today. And there's Dawn, she's getting over there excited. You guys want to see, this is William at work here for his YouTube channel. So we're walking on the trail here. Yet again, I notice a non-native plant here in the national park. And as I looked, there's actually a wall or a foundation here. Could have belonged to a house, but there's some steps on this trail. So I'm gonna go explore. I don't know nothing about this. I imagine a lot of you guys out there might know what this is. Well, we took that little trail off of that little walkway, and it led to nothing. But I'm guessing that must be the foundation of the house right there by the road, or whatever was here at one time. So this trail here gently goes up from Metcalf Bottoms. It's pretty wide, got a good gravel base. There's a lot of beautiful butterflies everywhere. Check this guy out. Yay, so we're finally getting to hike with the Smoky Mountain Hiker. Now how, you come to the Smokies, you gotta hike with the Smoky Mountain Hiker, right? So yeah, it's our first hike together. And wow, it's pretty cool. It's not a long hike today, but it's gonna be a fun one. Probably just over 2 miles one way, so 4 miles round trip today. I think that's our net mileage. I don't know. Okay. Well, it looks like we came to a water station here. The trail is this way. Beautiful little creek running next to the trail here. Okay, so we got ourselves a little slithery friend here on the trail. Okay, so us chickens are over here. We can't go behind him. We can't go this way on him. I can't tell if he's poisonous. I don't think he is. But I can't see his head because his head's kind of cocked like he wants to bite us, right? So, at first I thought maybe he was dead, like maybe somebody come by and took him out for us, right? But he moved.
I told you.
So it's going to be either him or us. All right. So we're trying to get him to move. Okay, he's not moving. He's like, moving.
I don't want to hurt him.
No. And there he goes, slithering on. Slither on, my friend. Slither on. So this is what we did. We just backed off from a distance, enough to where he doesn't know that we're really there. He slithered off. So we're going to give him a few more minutes to make his way up that hill or wherever he's going. And then we're going to scoot behind him and make a beeline on our trail. Now, Dawn, I keep telling Dawn, please do not walk in front of us on the trail. What does Dawn do? Walks in front of us on the trail, comes across snake. Dawn screams, hat comes off, freaks out totally. Should have had that on tape. William thought it was funny. See that?
Thanks, William.
So seeing that we saw one snake, there could be others. And they're nothing to worry about, guys. Don't let that deter you from hiking.
Oh, jeez.
See, now she's freaking out about snakes, guys. So yeah, ta-da! Most of them will leave you alone, guys. Don't let it bother you whatsoever. They do startle you. I don't care what kind of snake it is. You always get startled at first. So he was just trying to make his way to the 7-Eleven, Dawn. He was trying to get he was trying to get a Slurpee. I can go for a Slurpee right about now.
I want caffeine.
Yeah, and they always lay like there's roots like this, and the snake will lay like pretend like he's a root. I'm just glad you saw him though, Dawn. Was he moving? Is that how you saw him?
I seen his head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did he hiss at you?
No. His head was sticking up.
Yeah. Looks like we have a stream crossing here. Of course, one of my favorite things here in the national park are these stream crossings. Another water crossing here. And there's the Greenbrier School over there. So we made it to Little Greenbrier. We just went 0.6 of a mile from the Metcalf Bottoms picnic area. And here we are at the Greenbrier School. Little Greenbrier School. Let's go check this out. Okay, so these folks out there, if you see this, you should be ashamed of yourself. Please do not put your name or carve into the structures here, folks. So here's the inside of Greenbrier School. I know certain days of the week, a teacher actually comes out here and you can get a little lesson. You can actually sit in these old desks here. Really cool. So this is the parking area you can drive up to, and you can avoid that first stretch of this hike today. But the road is gravel and it is steep, and just keep that in mind. But I like this placard here. So this is the Little Greenbrier School. It's a small log structure built in 1882, and the teacher who taught here, she actually still served here until the age of 95. So you can see teaching class. I believe still today on certain days they have a teacher come out, and Miss Ellie instructs a group of folks there. But okay, so you'll come to this orange gate. We just got to go around it here. We come up to a sign here. Walker Sisters cabin is 1.1 miles from this spot. So you can cut off a lot of this hiking. You go park here, and then it's only a 1.1 mile to the Walker Sisters cabin. So a little Walker Sisters history. Their father, John Walker, who fought for the Union back in the Civil War, actually was held captive by the Confederate Army during the war. And after the war was over, he come here to the Great Smoky Mountains and started his family on this tract of land. And then he started buying up the brothers and sisters of the land surrounding. So he had something like 120 some acres. I can't remember exactly that number. So John and his wife had 11 children, 4 boys, 7 girls. Well, the 4 boys, when they came of age, they went out in the world, started families elsewhere. And one of the sisters out of the 7 got married. So there were 6 sisters. The dad and mom finally passed, and there were 6 sisters out here living here in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park here, before it was National Park. So in the early 30s, the National Park started buying up land to create the National Park here. And a lot of families, they sold, took the $5 plus an acre and made their way out. But the Walker sisters, they wouldn't give up. They fought against the National Park. They didn't want to give up their homestead. So finally, it came to a point where the Walker sisters had to sell. But this time, they were actually able to get what they call a lifetime lease. Technically, they can live on the land for their lifetime. Well, the National Park knew, because of the new rules of the National Park, that most people that they grant these leases to, they wouldn't be able to survive because they can't chop wood no more. There's a lot of things they can't do. So they knew in time the Walker sisters would leave, hopefully shortly. Well, them Walker sisters, they didn't give up. They actually lived on this land until, really, technically, the day the last one passed away. They found a new niche called tourism. They noticed a lot of people coming in the area, and they started selling their handmade items to the tourists and became very popular. In fact, a lot of folks from like Cincinnati and other areas that were traveling here would always come here and visit the Walker sisters for a good story, what have you. The Walker sisters were even featured on a Saturday Post. That was a magazine back in the day. So very popular. And they survived the challenge. They lived in these Smoky Mountains their whole lifetime. Amazing story here. And today we're going to be able to see where they lived, where it all happened. So we came up to another water crossing here. Well, the sun is rising over the mountains here, peeking through these beautiful pines this morning. This is what hiking's all about. You can hear those birds chirping this morning. So in the end, the national park actually embraced the Walker sisters living here. They brought so much attention to the park, brought so many new folks to visit the area, and that they actually started promoting. Enough to a point where up in the 80s, 70s, 80s of the Walker sisters, They told the national park in a letter that don't promote us anymore being in the park. We want to be left alone. We can't handle all the tourism. They're up there in age. They couldn't make their hand goods fast enough and that. So, pretty unique story. That's the Walker Sisters. Guys, get a chance, check out the Walker Sisters. There's all kinds of information all over the internet. They have very in-depth about their life here. I was just giving you a quick synopsis of the Walker Sisters here before we reach their cabin. Walker Sisters cabin, point of 1 mile. This poor sign has had it. Okay, let's go. 0.1 of a mile. Well, here's the spring house. The crazy thing is, the first time I come up here, this was the first spring house I've ever saw in the Smoky Mountains. And at first I didn't know really what it was. Now I do know more about them. You can always tell old homesteads by these non-native shrubs. These ones here being commonly used around the Smoky Mountains here. Of course, there's the Walker Sisters cabin. We're going to go ahead and go inside and take a look what it was like to live here in the Great Smoky Mountains, and a great history about the ladies who spent their whole lives here. This cabin is made out of tulip poplar, and so here's the fireplace here. Definitely. So there's actually like two rooms here. You got that one here, and then you got this one over here. That's a really grand fireplace. But yep, pretty much just one room. And oh, there is an upstairs. Yeah, there's actually an upstairs here. But yeah, that's the upstairs there. Not much up there. But this shelf here is probably left over from the Walker Sisters. Probably had their little knickknacks or what have you up there. You can actually see some wire. They hung something with. Just think that the Walker Sisters probably twisted that wire with their hands. Really unique history here. These were really tough women. I mean, it was very, very tough to live in these mountains. And just have nothing but respect for them. Now, only one of the 6 Walker Sisters got married. The rest of them remained single through their whole life. And really only 2 of the Walker Sisters technically lived here their whole lives. The other sisters did eventually move out of the area, maybe into more of a city life or easier life. But this would have been their pen, their animal pen here. Dawn, what do you think, huh?
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. A hydrangea. So this is a historical shrub. Wow. That's cool to see this historical shrub. There's William down there getting footage for his video. Looks like he's taking photos of some of the flowers in it. He really loves the mountains. You can tell by the smile on his face. He really gets into the hiking. Well, this looks like it was an old burning barrel or something there, just kind of off to the side. William was saying there were some really pretty flowers over here. Look at this. Check that out. Yeah. Well, that was the Walker Sisters cabin. Awesome, wasn't it?
Awesome.
Yes, it was awesome.
Yes. It's beautiful. Real well preserved. Of course, any cabin you got to walk a mile in. It's usually preserved. You don't see a lot of names carved. Like I didn't really see any names carved because the hoodlums don't want to travel in a mile to carve a name into something usually. But definitely worth the hike, guys. It's a very nice hike up here. Pretty much easy. It is uphill, a little more than normal, but guess what? It's all downhill going. Easy hike. All right. Yeah, see? Well, we're back at Metcalf Bottoms. So we did like, what, 3.5 miles today?
Yes.
About 3.5 miles roughly. It was a great trip. Beautiful hike. Not that strenuous. The trail was really good, right? What did you think about it, Dawn?
It's nice and flat.
What did you think about it, William?
It was a great hike.
A great hike, yeah. It's getting hot out here, though. It's going to be another 95-degree day.
Wait a
But.
minute.
Well, guys, if you like this vlog, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe so you don't miss these upcoming Smoky Mountain adventures. We're going to have plenty of Smoky Mountain adventures just around the corner. And also, guys, get a chance, go over and check out Smoky Mountain Hiker. There will be a link in the description below to his channel. And until next time.
Thanks for watching.
We now have Yankee in the South magnets. Help support the channel. Get yours today. The link is in the description below. You can stick these guys anywhere.